Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Quotable Podcast. I'm your host, Morgan.
I am your other host, Dutch.
And we're doing Spaceballs.
We are.
Now, on that note, prepare to start the episode.
Why are you preparing? You're always preparing. Just start the episode.
Starting the episode, sir.
All right.
This one's been a long time coming.
Yes, this has been a great film for many a decades.
And I don't know why, but when I watched it for the first time as a kid, I didn't get it. I mean, there were parts that I remember that were funny, but not what I'm watching. Like when I'm watching it now, it's a totally different story. Like every time I watch it, it gets funnier and funnier. So I guess like a fine wine.
It does age well.
It does.
I noticed that with when we watched this movie, I mean, because when I was younger, I was a lot like you. Like I didn't understand a lot of the things, but that's because they used words that I'm like, well, I don't understand that. Like ludicrous. I don't know what ludicrous means. Still don't. Not 100% sure, but hey, it was pretty funny.
Like barf. No, I definitely knew what barf was.
Yeah.
We all knew what barf was.
I love that he referred to himself. I'm a Mog. Half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend. I thought to myself, I mean, John Candy, may you rest king. But man, I thought to myself, he and I have something in common.
That is a good sentiment. Yeah, I've got to say, my favorite character is Colonel Sanders. And it's just because of his facial expression.
Yes, his facial expression. Like there were scenes where he didn't really need to say anything, but his facial expression said everything.
Like it was totally obvious that he's afraid of Dark Helmet.
As everybody is.
Yes, but he makes it blatantly obvious.
Right.
Like, he won't even make eye contact with people. Like, he knows what's about to happen, and he just has to look away.
I never noticed that until you and I talked about it recently, is exactly how the movie starts. The very opening scene of this movie, the very first line in this movie is, Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, out of all the plethora of movies that I know, I can't think of another one that starts off just so, with such a great line.
And what's funny is if you watch it with the captions on, I didn't know that for the movie, they spelled it Sandurz.
Yeah.
And I guess for copyright reasons, they couldn't use the actual name.
Well, there was a lot of that in this movie. And I pointed out to you at the very end when they're at the diner, you can see the Millennium Falcon parked in the parking lot. And the reason you can see the Millennium Falcon is because Mel Brooks sent a script to George Lucas. And George Lucas absolutely loved it. And he said you could use whatever you want from Star Wars. You want to parody it in any way. You can do whatever you need to do. There's one catch, though. You cannot make any merchandise or anything for this movie. That's why the scene with yogurt is so big on him just merchandising.
Yeah, because they talk about merchandising in the movie, but there's no actual merchandise made for Spaceballs.
Right. And I was disappointed because I wanted the dolls.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
I want to know who owns them now. There was that, and then we were talking about the spaceship.
Right.
The Spaceball 1. And I looked it up. There's actually some pretty interesting facts that I found for this movie. And one of them was the model for that Spaceball 1 ship was 17 feet long.
God bless America.
Which is insane.
Yes.
And it was, mainly used for that opening scene, with an exception. I mean, it shows it a couple times, but not to that extent. They dragged that opening out.
Yeah, the opening's 5 minutes long, and it's just the ship flying by. So but everything about this movie, I love how they parodied Star Wars. I thought that was great.
There were quite a few Star Wars references. That was the whole point of this movie, the lightsaber thing using the rings.
Yeah.
Instead of the Force, they had the Schwartz.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Let's see how you wield it.
I like also when he walks in, he was like, I'm your father's brother's cousin's nephew's former roommate.
So what does that make us?
Absolutely nothing, which is what you are about to become.
I do like Dark Helmet. Rick Moranis did such a fantastic job with his character because it's so different than anything else that I've ever seen him in, which, he doesn't have a wide array of movies. I think he's most known for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, and he did the right thing, as a father. He made his money and everything. His wife got sick and passed away, and he stepped away from the limelight so he could raise his children as a single father.
So now he works at Bojangles.
Yep.
I'm joking.
And Mint Mobile. Hey, you got to have that second income.
There you go. It's all about them residuals. But the entire opening scene was great. The way that it starts out, you have the whole Colonel Sanders thing. It's like I don't remember if he was sergeant or corporal.
I think it was, what is it, corporal? And he was like, you wanted me to tell you the moment Planet Druidia was in sight, sir.
So?
Planet Druidia is in sight, sir.
You really are a spaceball.
Thank you, sir.
Have you informed Dark Helmet?
Yes, I took the liberty.
He's on his way now.
I just love how he delivered that line. I took the liberty.
And he immediately gets nervous. You
Yeah.
see that? Because Dark Helmet just shows up.
Yeah, well, it's funny because he tells him, Lord Helmet tells him, oh, well, he's like, I'll call the president of Spaceball City and let him know. And he was like, I already did that, sir. He's like, what? You went over my helmet?
Not over it. More to the side.
More to the side.
I'll always inform you first.
Well, if he pulls out the reins, oh, shit.
Yeah, no, not that.
Anything but that.
Yes, that. But I just love how, whenever his face shield is down, he changes his voice to that. I don't even know how to describe it.
It's, it's kind of, it's a ripoff of Darth Vader, obviously. But I think my whole favorite thing in the movie is just how he always says Lone Star.
Lone Star.
Raspberry.
There's only one man who would dare give me the raspberry.
Lone Star.
The whole radar thing gets me every time. Everything about this opening scene, it's like I want to talk about the whole opening scene just because it's so good.
Yeah.
This is one of the most memorable parts of the movie where he goes, is Planet Druidia in sight, sir?
He's like, we can bring it up on the radar. I know. He looks out the big window and he was like, where is it? I don't see it. He's like, oh, no, you can't see it, actually. He's like, but we have it on the teleview, on the radar. He's like, should I pull it up? And he's like,
no,
yes.
Just let me do it.
Yeah, no. He was like, I can do it. And he walks over.
Very good, sir.
So looking, he was like, what the
hell is all this churning and bubbling? He's like, you call this a radar? No, you call this Mr. Coffee. I like how he hits it every time.
Yeah.
Nope, call it Mr. Coffee.
It's done. Would you care for some?
Yes. Everybody knows that I drink coffee when I watch Radar. You know that.
Of course I do, sir.
Everybody knows that.
Of course we do, sir.
Now that I have my coffee, I'm ready to watch Radar. Where is it?
Well, he just takes one step back. He's like, right here, it's Mr. Radar.
And what gets me about this scene, it's funny, but it's also odd at the same time because he acts as if he's never been to the bridge of the ship before. How does he not know where the radar is?
Maybe he's never been to the bridge of that particular ship.
Spaceball 2, maybe?
Possibly.
I don't know.
You never know.
Well,
could just be Spaceball.
When he says that he's just going to do it himself, he seems to know the direction to go.
Right.
But doesn't understand that the Mr. Coffee is not the radar. And then he all of a sudden doesn't know where the radar is at this point. But then, he takes the sip of the coffee and it's too hot.
Buckle this. I don't know how come he couldn't just spit it out on his own.
He needs help.
Yeah.
He's a little fella.
Oh, little fella. Couldn't handle his coffee.
Your helmet, it's so big.
Of course it is. You're attracted to money and power, and I have both.
And you know it.
Hey, stay away from my girlfriend. Hey, honey.
He's like, take that. Hey, don't do that to my best friend.
It's like, hey, what'd you do to my friend? Same thing I'm going to do to you, big boy. And you too. It's like,
now we're finally alone.
we all know that Druish princesses love men who have money and power. And I have both. I like that Colonel Sanders pops in and he was like, sir, you're wanted on the bridge. He was like, knock next time. Knock. You didn't see anything, did you?
No, I didn't see you playing with your dolls again, sir.
Good.
Oh, man. Like, the funniest scenes, like, not really with the main character, There are a couple somewhat funny moments, like when Barf is, every time he comes into the cockpit, he whacks him in the head with his tail.
Yeah. Those are like little quips that I find hysterical. I think the funniest scene to me in the entire movie, or like the one, is Colonel Sanders' facial expressions. Pretty much anytime he's on the screen.
The first time was, when you see him getting nervous when Dark Helmet was about to enter the bridge, but when Dark Helmet pulls out his ring and he shoots the laser beam at the one dude's crotch.
Yeah.
And you just see Colonel Sanders just looking off to the side because he doesn't want to look at what's happening. He knows what's happening. Yep. This is not the first time. But he just won't acknowledge anything. Yeah. He's just like, ugh. And then when Dark Helmet acknowledges him later, he immediately puts his hands over his crotch. Yeah.
Sanders, yes sir. But not just that, but anytime Rick Moranis is on the scene, or in the scene, which I read the part that we just did about the dolls.
It's all improvised.
Yeah, well, he improvised that entire scene because they had those dolls made special just for that scene. So they had no script really to go with it. Mel Brooks just thought it up in his head, thought it would be hysterical.
Which it was.
Yeah. So he ran it by Rick Moranis. So Rick Moranis was like, yeah, let's do it. So he improvised the entire scene.
I wonder if they got that in one take.
Oh God, I hope so.
Because that would have been awesome. I mean, they would have had to have something, not necessarily scripted, but okay, let him do his thing for a minute and then barge in.
Yeah.
But his response to it is so good. Knock on my door. Knock next time.
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. But I mean, I think honestly, the funniest scene of the entire movie possibly has to be everyone's reaction to, I think it's just because it's so oversold, is yogurt. And just the way that they play, like how they set it up. They're like, yogurt. But then when he's sitting there and he was like, you heard of me?
You heard of me?
He's like, who hasn't heard of yogurt? It's like, Yogurt the wise. Like,
Yogurt the magnificent.
Yogurt the all-powerful. And he was like, wait, please. I'm just plain yogurt.
But even when
later on when Lord Helmet's in the desert and he's like, wait, I feel the power of the Schwartz. He's like, look, right here, sir. There's an Incenthia, and it's a Y. And he's like, yogurt. I hate yogurt. Even with strawberries.
But I love when...
I think it's just that line is just so overlooked.
I definitely don't overlook it. It's so good because it's clearly a reference to yogurt, the food.
Right. Not the person.
Not at all. But, even when Yogurt says, I'm just plain yogurt, it still sounds like a reference to the food.
Yep, I'm just plain yogurt.
But then you got Pizza the Hut.
Yes.
And I don't know how they made this or what it was covered in, but it looks gross. It looks disgusting.
It does look very gross. I mean, it's voiced by Dom DeLuise, which I would have to imagine that Dom DeLuise is the one in the suit.
I think he is. I don't see, like, if you look at the cast, Jesus Christ, the credits, you know that Joan Rivers is doing the voice of Dot Matrix,
right?
Who is Princess Vespa's droid,
right?
It's the only droid in the entire movie.
Droid of honor.
That's it. But it specifically calls out that Joan Rivers is the one doing the voice, but there is another person who's actually a mime, apparently.
Yeah, I looked that up.
Yeah.
She had a very, I guess, lucrative career playing a mime.
Yeah, she was the one inside of the Dot Matrix costume. So I'm surprised why it didn't list Dom DeLuise as Pizza the Hut.
Yeah, see, I don't know. And it's funny because I've never noticed until we watched it this past time. I always thought like the thing inside of his mouth was the dude's tongue.
It's his chin.
It's the guy's chin, like with the beard and some crap on it to make it look like a tongue.
Right.
So, I mean,
because you can see the bottom of his mouth when he talks. But I think they tried to... What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say, or else pizza's going to send out for you.
I did catch this when they get the beep on the monitor, which is the whole reason why Lonestar calls Barf into the cockpit.
Yeah, because like their telephone's ringing or video monitor thing's ringing.
It's like, well, why couldn't he just answer it?
Yeah.
But when Barf comes in, he flips the switch, and then the video monitor comes on. It's like, hello, Lonestar. And he's like, oh, I must have hit the wrong switch.
Yeah, I'd never noticed until I read the captions when he was like, oh, just throw it on the audio. That way they can't see you. So, but it shows him hit the video switch.
I had a feeling that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
But it is funny because the first few times you hear Barf's name, it's said like you're about to throw up. Like, so Lonestar, that's the first line that you hear him say. He's like, Barf. And he looks like he's hungover or sick or something. Yeah. Barf.
Barf.
Always when I'm eating. You have the whole Princess Vespa has to marry a prince, and there's only one left in the galaxy, and that's Prince Valium.
Yeah, sorry.
It's the hair.
The hair. I do like the very beginning when she's getting married the first time, but she runs off, and he was like, today we bring together Prince Valium and Princess Vespa, who's running right past the altar, down the ramp, and out the door.
With a Dot Matrix in tow.
Yep.
Like, what are you doing? You forgot to get married.
Yeah. She was like, shut up, Dot. Just get in.
In the Mercedes space car, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I do. They have to get saved. Because, the Spaceball 1 gets them in their, like, little gravity...
Tractor beam.
And, Barf goes down to save them. And as they're getting ready to get out of the car, she's like, quick, honey, follow the dog. And he's like, Mog, I'm a Mog. And she's like, wait, what about my matched luggage?
I don't know if the concern is the fact that he knows he's going to have to carry it, or the fact that they're running out of time.
I think it's more I have to carry it. Like, I'm going to be the one that has to carry this up this ladder. And then he gets up and he's like, what? Lone Star turns around. He's like, what? Checking in? What the hell is all that?
But I do like when they're climbing up the ladder and Dot Matrix is like, stop looking up my can. And he's like, sorry.
Sorry, Daddy.
But it's funny because, like, her name is Dot, and I thought it'd be funny if he's like, sorry, Dottie. Like, what is that? Her Royal Highness's matched luggage.
What?
Her Royal Highness's matched luggage.
Matched luggage, huh? What does she think this is? A princess cruise? Well, she wouldn't leave without it. I do like the argument between the two when they're on the intercom going back and forth, and she was like, I am Princess Vespa, daughter of King Roland. king of the Druids. And he's like, oh, no.
Just what we need. A Druish princess.
But I love Barf because he's just funny. She doesn't look Druish.
And which is, it's funny. That was definitely an intentional thing from Mel Brooks because he's a famously Jewish producer, director, or whatever. I thought that was funny how they add that in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, then they have the back and forth where it's like, all these space guys are the same, ugly, fat.
Yeah,
and then it cuts to him,
and he was like, "Oh, you've seen one princess, you've seen them all." It's like hairy, bucktooth, horse face, space dog.
Yeah, I can't remember what she says because it does the back and forth.
Yeah,
man, I can't think of what it is that she says. But then they see each other for the first time, and they're both like, "Oh, well, not what I was expecting."
Yeah. Now listen, on this ship, you will refer to me as, "Hey, idiot," not "you, Captain." I mean. You know what I mean?
And you will not refer to me as you. You will never address me as you. You will address me as Her Majesty.
He's like, you are a royal pain in the... He's like, all right, time out. So, no, that whole scene also right before that, because that's when they crash landed on the planet. But they jumped to light speed right when...
Well, they had to go to hyperactive.
Yeah. Get ready to go to hyperactive.
Yeah, and that's
getting ready to go to hyperactive.
That is such a good scene because, like, obviously they're escaping Spaceball 1. They're trying to get away from the Spaceballs. He throws it in a hyperactive.
Yeah.
And gets away. And then they're like, "What?"
He's like, "Sanders, where the hell did he go?" He's like, "Oh, he must have hyperjets on that thing."
And what do we got? A Cuisinart?
It's like, "No, sir." He's like, "All right, prepare ship to go to light speed." No. Light speed's too slow. Light speed too slow? It's like,
no,
yes.
We need to go to ludicrous speed.
He's like, "Sure, sir, the ship's never gone that fast. I'm not sure it can take it."
What are you, chicken?
It's like, prepare ship. Prepare ship for ludicrous speed. Fasten all seatbelts. Secure all animals in the zoo. Close the 3-ring circus.
Close all the shops in the mall.
It's like, give me that, you sorry excuse for an officer.
It's like, don't you want to fasten your seatbelt?
Yeah, he's like, "Don't you want to buckle up?" And he was like, buckle this. Ludicrous speed. Go.
And as soon as he does it, he's like flying backwards.
Yeah.
Well, he's like holding onto the rail.
Yeah. My brains are going into my feet.
He's like, "Stop this thing.
Stop. We can't stop. It's too dangerous. We gotta slow down first."
The way he says it is so good.
It's a bullshit.
Bullshit.
I order you. Stop.
We used to talk about this movie, like me and my old roommate, Heather, and we would just quote that part. He's like, "We can't stop. We have to slow down first." Space, once again, he steals the scene.
And then later on, when they're watching, when they're looking on the radar for where Eagle 5, that's the Winnebago that Lone Star flies, they were looking for that, and they were trying to figure out exactly where it landed. And then Colonel Sanders is like, "I've got it." And he was like, "Corporal, go and get me Spaceballs the movie." And he's like, "Why didn't we think of it before?" And the guy gets up and he was like, "Colonel Sanders, a word." He's like, "What is it, Lord Helmet?" And he's like, "How the hell are you going to look for Spaceballs the movie?" It's like, we're in the middle of making it.
He's like, "It's a new technology."
Yeah.
It's like movies that you can watch before they're finished.
Yeah. It's like, what? And he's like, "Got it, sir." And they both look like, what? Like, how is this possible?
So he puts it on and starts that whole long intro, and it's like, "No, fast forward it."
Yeah.
Gotta go.
And then it gets to the point where he called for ludicrous speed, and then you just see him, and he was like, no, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
But then he takes a sip of his coffee, and he makes a weird face like he doesn't like it. It's like every time he tries to drink the coffee, something's wrong. This becomes a whole thing. It's like the entire first half of the movie, he's holding this little styrofoam cup that's clearly empty.
Yeah.
But when they actually do stop and he flies into the that console in the front of the ship, when he gets up, his line has always cracked me up because they're like, "Are you okay, sir?" And he's like, "Fine. How have you been?"
It's like, "Fine, sir."
Well, he's like, "What should we do now?" Well, are we stopped?
We're stopped, sir.
Well, maybe we take a 5-minute break.
Very good, sir.
Smoke if you got 'em. I don't know if that was a line in something prior to this movie, or if this movie is what made that line famous.
No, I think it was a cigarette commercial from the 80s.
Really?
I believe so, if
Like
I remember correctly.
Camel, maybe.
Camel or Marlboro, but it was smoke if you got 'em. Like that was their tagline.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never really knew if it came from this movie or it felt like it came from something else, you know. And there were a lot of mentions from other things. You know, this movie came out in 1987. You know, you have the whole scene with President Skroob, which is actually an acronym of Mel Brooks's last name.
Right.
I didn't know that they had done that, so that's very creative. But when he goes onto the bridge, and this is such a weird thing. This one never made sense, and I couldn't get a straight answer. But it seems almost as if the planet Spaceball is on Spaceball 1.
That's what I
something.
always thought.
Because when it cuts to Spaceball City.
Yeah.
And then it shows President Skroob. So you think that he's on planet.
Right.
But later on he's on the ship, but there is no point where you see him like flying to Spaceball 1 at all or beaming to it or anything. Like, how the hell did he get on the ship? That's gonna bother me. But no, he has that interaction with the Doublemint twins.
Right. Hello, Charlene.
I'm Marlene.
Oh, hello, Marlene.
I'm Charlene.
Chew your gum.
That's one of the scene. Well, his first introduction. You know, there's that big video monitor. Yeah. And you got the commanderette or whatever lady who keeps popping up on the video monitor when he's doing stuff that he's embarrassed by.
Yeah, and what is it, Commander Ed?
So, like, the first time he opens the drawer and he pulls out a can of Perrier.
Yeah, because there's an air shortage. That's why they need the princess, because they're going to hold her hostage so they can get all the air off their beloved planet Druidia.
And it happens that the Perrier is from Druidia.
You better believe it.
Salt-free air.
Yep.
But he's like, cracks it open. He's like, and then she pops up on the video screen and he immediately throws it over his shoulder. She didn't acknowledge that he had done anything in that scene, but there's a couple other times where she does.
Yeah.
Like
the bathroom?
The bathroom scene. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I told you not to call me on this wall.
This is an unlisted wall. And then later on, he's in bed with the Doublemint twins. And then she pops up and he pops up and they go under the covers, but he has the book by Richard Nixon, Don't Blame Me.
Right.
And it's just upside down. He's like, yep, what is it? And then they're like, oh, they lost him in the desert. And he was like, tell them to comb the desert. Comb the desert.
Yeah. And she's like, very good, sir, or whatever. Yeah. And then she just, you see her eyes just glance down.
Well, it's fun because, like, to me, it's jealousy. That's what it looks like.
It could be.
So, and then
she's got a thing for men with power also.
Yep. Must be Jewish.
In the in the bathroom scene, you know, she salutes him.
Yeah. And
probably intentionally because she knows that he's going to salute back and then uncovers his, you know, crotchal region. And then she very obviously looks down and then she gets that smirk on her face. Yep. It's like, I see what you're packing.
I saw it last.
Ooh. Obviously the scene where he gets beamed to the bridge is funny. Why didn't anybody tell me my ass was so big?
Yeah. I'd never noticed her face. You're the one that pointed it out. But they were like, jeez, Aunt Crack, what happened to his head? And she's like, it's on backwards.
She says it so, like, she's disgusted by it. It's on backwards. So if you go back and watch this movie, pay attention to that part. Like, watch your face.
Yes.
And then rewind it and watch it again. You'll appreciate it. It's so funny. It's so stupid. It's so funny.
Honestly, tell you the truth, I still think that the best facial expression in the entire movie is at the very end when Lone Star finds out that he's like, I just found out. That's what this says. I'm an honest to God prince. And they're able to get married, but Barf's face, when everyone's clapping, like he's looking at the priest and he's smiling real big, and then all of a sudden it's just like a look of shock, like, oh, whoa, yeah, and then turns to Lone Star and Vespa and is clapping, like smiling at them.
I have a feeling something happened behind the camera. Maybe the cast and crew, like maybe somebody did something that caught his eye.
Yeah, I think they were rapping, and he was like, "Cake? That cake?" Like, oh yeah. No, I gotta look over here.
Subconsciously, maybe he just did it without thinking. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
And then they just left it in. He was like, "Well, we're not going to film this part again."
Yeah, this was obviously the best take.
It's the best of the worst.
Yep.
What can we do?
Yeah, the little things in the movie though is what makes this movie. I've always loved the scene when they land right in front of the prison ball. And those two guards are right there, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's like, "You can't park here." He's like, "Yeah, don't you see the sign? No parking." And it's funny because it says no parking Monday through Sunday, 12 a.m. to 12 a.m.
So ever.
Yeah. So you can never park there. And then when they go up there and he was like, "All right, you're under arrest for illegal parking." You just hear the guy in the back like, "Yeah."
It's so stupid. I do like what Barf does to get their attention. Like, he peeks his head out the door, flips them off, and he goes, "This'll really piss them off."
Yep.
A couple other memorable moments when they're being chased around the ship, and then they have to jump through that door. And and it says, like, actually they're stunt doubles that they catch.
Yeah. And what a tremendous stunt. But all for naught. What a pity. What a pity. You idiots. These are not them. You've captured their stunt doubles.
What I noticed about him is, like, he doesn't have any ranks on his vest.
I know, it makes me wonder if, like, I've always wondered if that's Sanders' stunt double.
No. It's the Wish version of Colonel Sanders. But it's funny because they have a dude playing Princess Vespa
with a little Hitler mustache.
Yes. Apparently that was a deliberate decision from Mel Brooks as well.
Yep.
But there were some other things that they wanted to include in the movie, like there were a few nods to Wizard of Oz.
Right.
So, like, you have the whole scene where they meet Yogurt for the first time, and it's almost like the man inside the statue with the fire coming out. That was a clear nod to Wizard of Oz. The way that the four of them are standing, it was also, like, if you look at the order that they're standing in, when they get into his chambers or whatever you want to call that, they're in the same order that the people from Wizard of Oz were standing in. Nice. So, like, Dot was standing in the spot of the Tin Man.
Yeah.
Princess Vespa was standing where Dorothy was standing, and Barf was standing where the Cowardly Lion was. So nice. I thought that was kind of an interesting fact.
That is interesting. That's interesting.
Fucking interesting, man.
That's fucking interesting, man.
There he is. Hey-o.
Hey-o.
And then you have the Dinks. I don't know if they're supposed to be like the Lilliputians.
Yeah.
His name is White. W-H-I-T.
E.
Dink, dink. Ding, 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 ding.
Dink, dink. Ding, 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 ding.
Apparently, that song has something to do with Disney? The Nazis in some way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was from Disney.
Like, apparently.
Well, then
like,
it has to do with Nazis.
It has to be. No, I guess that song is, I don't know if it's supposed to be like parodying the Nazis in some way. I have to do some more digging. If I figure it out, I'll post it on our Instagram.
Right on.
God damn right.
I see.
And then you find out Princess Vespa is a bass.
Yep.
Nobody knows the trouble I see.
There's no. It's coming from there. It's like, yeah, it's not her.
Nobody knows but Jesus.
It's her. She's singing.
She's a bass.
I like it when they go running in and she's like, "What do you want?" And he's like, "It's me." And then Barf comes up. He's, "It's us."
Oh man, you got the so when they're trekking in the desert and she has to have her royal matched luggage, you know, at finally Lone Star's got, you know, he's had enough. He's had
all right,
enough.
Barf, that's it. Put it down. So
It's like, what the hell's in this thing?
What is this? It's my industrial strength hair dryer. He's like, I said only take what you need to survive.
No, that's when she says that, and she's like, and I can't live without it.
Yeah. It's like, all right. Welcome to real life. You want this hot air machine? And throws it down. You carry it.
Pick that up.
No, you pick that up. I like it when he was like, furrowed brow, squinty eyes, flaring nostrils. He's like, you know what, princess? You are ugly when you're angry. Yeah.
Nobody talks to me that way. Nobody.
And then, but it's because they pick up the chest and they just start walking. And he's like, see, it's lighter. And then you hear Barf. He's like, oh, yeah, I carry 2 or 3 of these things.
Right. You know, I mentioned the whole fact that when they say Barf's name, the first few times, like it's said like Barf. You know, even when Barf says his name when he goes to the Mercedes, like through the sunroof or moonroof, space roof, what do you want to call it?
It's a space roof.
But
it comes on that
like,
edition.
Who are you? And he's like,
Barf.
I'm like, not in here. This is a Mercedes.
My cousin Jerry got a really good deal for me. I paid cash. He's like, he was really nice.
He's got a dealership down in the valley, whatever. It's like, why are you offering all this information?
I know. I did like when they're in the desert and you just hear her father and he's like, Vespa, my darling. And then she goes running outside. He's like, just follow my voice. And she goes running outside and she's like, Dad, is it really you? And he's like, yes, it is, my dear. I guarantee it.
Would I lie? And you could tell he's lying because he was looking up and to the left.
Yep.
But it was actually Dark Helmet.
Yeah. I like when she goes running up and he changes back to himself. And then he's like, ha, fooled you.
This just his whole transition, you know, from mask on and mask off.
Yeah.
You know, because he seems like he has a completely different personality.
Right.
When he doesn't have the mask on. He seems kind of nerdy and
yeah. But it's still it's funny because when they have the Schwartz fight, when they have the rings, I just love the way they filmed that sequence because you know he's they get the Schwartz twisted and he was like, shit. I hate it when my Schwartz gets twisted. So they're able to break apart from that and he realized that they're pretty evenly matched. So he's like, you know what? He was like, if there's one thing I can't stand, it's a fair fight. Which is probably the best overlooked line in the entire movie.
That is pretty funny.
He was like, but if I must, I must. Put her there, pal. He goes to shake his hand and just pulls the ring off. Yep. And he's like, oh my God. He's like, what's with you, man? Come on. He's like, this is the oldest trick in the book. I can't believe you fell for it. He was like, oh, what? Here, we'll try it again. Just throws it on the ground down the grate.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look at that. You fell for that too.
It's like, what's with you, man? It's like, what are you trying to imitate, like a Jamaican voice?
That's
like,
what it sounds like.
That cracks me up too. I like the part where he's talking to President Skroob, and he's got the mask down. He's like, come on. He's like, how many times have I got to tell you? Don't talk to me with that thing on. He's like, how do I know you're not making a face at me behind there?
He puts it up and sticks his tongue out.
And then he immediately, like, the president, like, looks over at him, and he's like, nah.
I was just checking my teeth with my tongue.
Teeth and tongue through the lips. You can't not talk about Michael Winslow because he's so funny. Like, his sound effects. Like, I've actually seen him live. Like, when I still lived in Florida, I went to the Tampa Improv.
Nice.
And I got to see him live, and I didn't realize how funny he was. Like, yeah, I knew he was talented with the whole sound effects and everything, but he's actually funny. Like, his stand-up was funny. But he calls them over, like, come over here, sir. Like, I don't even know what the hell he says.
Sir, can I see you for a second, sir? And he comes over and he's like,
what is it?
What is it, Corporal? Hello, troll the radar, sir.
You don't need that. We're standing right here.
Hello, troll the radar, sir. And then he just grabs everything and throws it over. He's like, what is it? And he's like, I'm having trouble with the radar, sir.
I'm like, what's wrong with it?
I was like, I've lost the bleeps. I've lost the sweeps. I've lost the creeps.
The what?
The what?
And the what?
You know, the bleeps.
The sweeps.
And the creeps.
That's not all he's lost.
Sir, look, the radar, sir. It appears to be jammed.
Yeah. But I like the back and forth between Lone Star and Barf when they're trying to figure out how they can rescue the princess.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, we'll just swoop right in there. And he was like, okay, yeah, so we rescue him. But how? Once we get close enough, we're going to pop up on their radar.
No, we won't.
Yes, we will.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Not if we jam it.
Aha! You're right.
And when you're right, you're right. And you're always right.
Radar about to be jammed.
I do like the how they filmed that part. It's like a slow motion scene with a jar of jelly hitting the radar dish.
Yep.
It was perfectly aimed.
It is. I do like the at the very end when they like
the
as
diner
they're
scene?
as they're having the fight and Lone Star loses the ring, but then Yogurt comes to him and he was like, use the Schwartz, Lone Star. Use the Schwartz. And he was like, I can't. I lost the ring. He was like, forget the ring. The ring is bupkis. I found it in a Cracker Jack box.
The Schwartz is in you.
It's in you. So he gets the mirror and that's when Lord Helmet's doing his little monologue. He's like, say goodbye to your two best friends. And I don't mean your pals in the Winnebago.
He's going for the nuts.
Right in the nuts. So he shoots. He gets the mirror, blocks his shot. It goes right back into him, but he falls back into the self-destruct button.
Yeah.
So it's like 2.5 minutes they have to get out of the ship.
Such an odd time
to
have for a self-destruct. Why would you even have a self-destruct to begin with? Such a dumb feature.
Yeah. But then he's like, Sanders, what's going on? He was like, it's a self-destruct button. He was like, someone must have pressed it. And he was like, all right, we'll reverse it. And he was like, no, it's irreversible. He's like, like my raincoat.
Oh, man. When so the whole premise, for those of you who haven't seen it, it's like Spaceballs want to steal planet Druidia's air because they ran out.
Yeah.
Because they suck.
They have 10,000 years of fresh air. Yeah, well, the way he runs things, it won't last 100.
But they have to get the combination to the air shield so they can steal it, which is such a ridiculous concept to begin with. But and this is why they were trying to kidnap Princess Vespa.
Yes.
So they can bribe her father to giving them the combination so they can steal the air.
Or they'll give her old nose.
Yeah, God forbid.
No! nose. Like, where did you get that?
It's horrible. Horrible, this nose.
But
he's like, no. He's like, as much as I hate to see you with the old nose. She's like, don't tell them, Dad.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you're right. No, don't do it. He's like, fine. I'll tell you the combination.
I'm going to miss your new nose.
All right, go ahead. What is it?
1.
1.
1. 2.
2.
2. 3.
3.
3. 4.
4.
4. 5.
5.
5.
So the combination is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the most ridiculous combination I've ever seen.
That's the stupidest combination I've ever heard of. Like a combination some idiot would have on his luggage. I like it when the president shows up, too. He comes in and he was like, hey, where's the king? And he was like, our plan works, sir. We got the combination. He's like, great. What is it? And he's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's amazing.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's amazing. Got the same combination on my luggage.
And then I love how Dark Helmet looks right at Colonel Sanders. They're like, my point exactly.
I love when they're leaving the room and he was like, all right. He was like, let's get over to Druidia and get that air. And someone changed the combination on my luggage.
Nice dissolve. There are some other good moments when they're in the desert, and then when they go into Yogurt's chambers.
Yes.
And everything, because Lone Star has to train to use the Schwartz, which is a very short training session.
Very short. I'm guaranteeing it's probably about 20 minutes in all.
It's like, here's the ring, lift up this statue.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I had never thought about it until you said something. And I've seen the movie a million times, but it's just never occurred to me. But when Lone Star is trying to lift the statue, Yogurt's the one on the ground just going...
grunting.
It's like, why are you grunting? It's like, so he's the one doing the work.
It's really hard teaching people how to do hard things. And then the statue falls on Barf's foot.
Yeah. It's just, oh, give me the ring. Give me the ring. He's like, upsa-daisy, upsa-mozzie, upsa-daisy.
And it's funny because, with our trend, all 2 of our listeners, that we like to watch movies with the closed captioning on.
Right.
And if you watch this movie with the captions on, it doesn't put anything when he says upsa-mozzie, upsa-daisy, or whatever. The first 2, it's blank.
Mumbling.
Stuttering. Plain Yogurt. Vocalizing.
Rhymes.
That's it. Sounds.
Crotch deflating.
But what is it that you actually do here, Yogurt?
Huh. Merchandising.
Merchandising?
What's that? Oh, come on. Merchandising. Where the real money for the movie is made.
Open the store.
Yeah. It's like, oh, look, we got Spaceballs the coloring book, Spaceballs the t-shirt, Spaceballs the breakfast cereal, Spaceballs the flamethrower. Kids love this one.
Like, Spaceballs the doll.
Yeah.
It's me. May the Schwartz be with you. I love the face he makes after he kisses the doll. He's like,
Such pride.
So good.
I think the last funny scene that I love in the movie is when I think they have 15 seconds left or 20 seconds left before the ship blows up on the self-destruct, and she was like, now's your last chance to hit the manual override. And they're like, manual override? Where is it? And he's like, it's probably down on the control panel. So they all go back downstairs and they open it up, and it's just a little sign says out of order, and you just hear Lord Helmet, and he's like, fuck! Even in the future, nothing works.
Which is the only time I've ever heard Rick Moranis say fuck.
But then
I think that's the only fuck that they say in the entire movie. Otherwise, they would have had to give it an R rating, I'm guessing.
but then right after that is like, you have 10 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 6.
Hey,
like, 6.
What happened to 7?
What happened to 7? Just kidding. It's like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a nice day.
Thank you. It's funny. Like, the whole thing blows up except for, like, the head is still intact.
The head and the arm. The hand.
And that's where they end up landing on the planet of the apes.
Yep.
Somehow.
Oh, Lord. What is that coming out of her nose? Spaceballs.
Oh, shit.
There goes
the planet. Why do they all talk like Kermit the Frog? The British version. Well, you have all the freaks running around. Like when the ship is going to self-destruct because they're all running for the escape pods. But it's like, where did you get this ragtag bunch of assholes that are on the ship?
I have no idea. I do like when Lord Helmets, he's like, hey. He's like, that's my escape pod. He's like, who are you? He says, I'm the bearded lady. Who are you? One of the freaks?
But after she leaves in the pod, he's like, get back here, you fat bearded bitch. That's got to be one of the best lines in the movie. Yep. President Skroob, he goes to get into one of the pods and there's a fucking bear.
Yeah.
Just sitting in there, and he grabs his claws and tries to connect him like a seatbelt.
I love it. I love his line right before he runs over to it because he's like, well, there's one pod left, and there are 3 of us. He was like, obviously, I should take it. This is a lovely ship, and you guys should just go down with it. Okay. Goodbye. Yeah.
I do like the salute, too, which is like the sign language for, like, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the salute is great.
You got the bumper sticker on Spaceball 1.
Yeah, we break for nobody.
But it's not as funny as the one that's on the Eagle 5, which
I
is
love
I love Uranus. Last scene that I can think of is before the wedding. I mean, it's not the very end of the movie, but they don't take the money that they asked the king for.
Yeah, they wanted 1 million space bucks
so they could pay off Pizza the Hut.
Yep, but Pizza the Hut ate himself to death.
He gets locked into a car.
Yeah.
Which, how would he even fit into a car?
I don't know.
Big fat bastard. So yeah, they don't have to pay it, and Princess Vespa thinks that Lone Star takes the money because throughout this whole ordeal,
right,
they obviously have had feelings for one another.
Yeah, you can see that kind of coming along.
But this is before Lone Star knows that he's a prince, so he can't marry her, so he just leaves. And she's like, I should have known he would just leave and take the money.
Yeah, he ran off with his 1 million space bucks. And he didn't take the 1 million. She's like, what? He didn't? He's like, no, he only took 248 space bucks for lunch, gas, and tolls.
That's right. That's right, Jimson. Lunch, gas, and tolls.
Thanks, boss.
He didn't take the 1 million. What? He didn't? Huh? No, he didn't take it.
He didn't take it.
He didn't take it. No, but when they go to the diner, and then they got the guy with the aliens reference, and it's actually the same dude.
Yeah,
I can't think of John Hurt.
Yeah, from Harry Potter Kids.
Not again. What did he have? Oh, him?
He had the special.
Quick,
that's what I had.
Change mine into the soup.
Good move.
I like before they leave the planet where they meet Yogurt, he gives them the fortune cookie. He's like, in case you get hungry.
Yeah.
But remember this, open it before you eat it. It's like, yeah, it's a fucking fortune cookie.
I like the last line he says to him there when he shakes his hand. And he was like, the ring of the Schwartz. He was like, no, I can't take this. And he's like, oh, please, please, take it. And then he was like,
you never know when you might need it.
Yeah. But then he was like, will I ever see you again? And he was like, who knows? Maybe in Spaceballs 2. The search for more money.
I think Yogurt and Bishop from Waiting would have gone along real well.
Yes.
The search for more money. What am I missing? There is the scene where she's about to get her nose redone, and then the lights go out because
Sanders turns off the movie.
Yeah, instead of just
he's like, "What'd you doing?" He's like, "I turned off the screen." He's like, "No, you turned off the whole movie.
Turn it back on, yeah.
Well, get it back on." He's like, "Okay."
And then you see the doctor's face in between her face's tits.
Yeah, but I just like it because he was like, "All right, we're back, and we have the combination." It's like, Schlatzkin. He's like, "What?" All right. He's like, "We're done with you. Why don't you go back to the golf course and work on your putts?"
He's like, I still have to bill you for this, right?
Yeah.
But the line that Dark Helmet says, he's like, "I bet she gives great helmet." But his face, because he like sticks his lower jaw out like he's got a massive underbite.
Well, it's funny because I like Sanders in that, like right after, because he shudders.
He shudders. He shudders. What are you shuddering about?
I know. It's probably because it's the best helmet ever.
But yeah, when they're on the planet and they're on their little sand cruiser thing, just like we did in our intro.
Yeah.
This is like they're always preparing.
Yeah.
It's like, stop preparing, just do it. Whatever it is, just do it.
It's like, "Sir, should we go on to the next quadrant?" And he was like, "Yeah, I don't see anything here." And he was like, "All right, prepare to move forward." It's like, "What are you preparing? You're always preparing. Just go." "Okay, just go." He's like, "Sir, maybe you ought to sit down." Just...
One last thing. When they're combing the desert.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you think we're taking this too literally?
It's like, "No, you fool. We were told to comb the desert, so we're combing it."
Did you guys find anything yet?
Yeah. "Nothing yet, sir."
How about you?
"Not a thing, sir."
And you guys? We ain't found shit. He looks so fucking angry.
I know.
Probably because he's like, this is bullshit task.
Yeah.
You're making us do.
It's just, damn well he didn't mean comb the desert like this. Which is kind of funny. I'll have to go back and double check, but I really want to say that I believe the guy that says "we ain't found shit" is the guy that played Carl, the security officer in The Office.
No. There's a hot lead.
Yeah. Oh, hi-yo. I know what I'm doing tonight.
Mind blown. Well, that's all I got, man.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I wanted to do this movie justice, which is why we waited and we watched it at least 25 times.
Easily.
So I hope we did it justice.
Yep, Mel Brooks, I just want to make you proud.
Well, there we have it. Let's see. We're not doing spoilers, so
nope.
Fuck it. I hope you enjoyed this episode, everybody. And until next time, Quotable Podcast. Out.